Hello everyone, welcome back to the OCAA men's basketball game of Fanshawe versus Mohawk College. Today we have the starting lineups. We have the starting lineups for Mohawk right here of number 3 Jordan Martin, the guard from Brampton in his 4th year. He is 5'9". Number 4 Daniel Graham, the guard, 5'10", from Hamilton in his 1st year. Number 9 Romel Kalura, who is a guard who's 6'2", from Hamilton and in his 3rd year. Number 10, Milos Milajadin, a center that's 6'9", so he's a monster out there, from Hamilton his 2nd year. Number 13, Kujo Maskura, who's a guard, 6'4", from Brampton, year 2. Okay, so for your Fanshawe Falcons, it'll be number 2, John Akanji, number 3, Marco Maletic. And we're just going to get this game going right now. So we're going to have a jump ball here between number 13 from Fanshawe, Hanani, and number 10 from Mohawk, Milos Majalden. So number 2 gets the ball at the top of the three-point line. He'll cut into the middle. He'll pass out to the far end, and he'll just go off the rim. The glass of the board. As there's a tough fight in the middle, there's a shot from the middle of the frame, and it just goes off the rim, and it's collected as a defensive pickup for Mohawk. It comes the other way, and there's a defensive foul on number 22 from Fanshawe, and number 10 from Mohawk will get the free throw. So that is Milos Malajin, as he steps up to take the free throw. He'll bounce the ball one time and take the shot. It is a miss, so he gets another shot here, and we'll just see how that goes. He takes the shot, and it's in this time, so it'll be inbounded by Fanshawe. Fanshawe will come down the right side, back to the middle. It'll move to the left of the court as he looks around. Number 2, he comes in, looks down to the bottom of the court. He comes into the top. Oh, it's intercepted by number 9 of Mohawk as it goes the other way now. Number 9 will look around. Number 3 on the right side. 4 cuts to the middle, right in the middle of the key, and number 13 will get a basket there. So now it is 3-0 so far at the start of this game. Number 2 for Fanshawe will move to the middle with a pick from number 13 from Fanshawe as he moves out to the side of the court. And it's another shot. It's a 3-pointer. And it will go in for Fanshawe, tying it up at 3 as a counterattack will happen for Mohawk. They go for a 3, but it is actually an air ball. Fanshawe will recover possession as number 3 will inbound the ball. He inbounds it and it comes back to him, but it's intercepted in their own zone, and Mohawk just misses a great opportunity there as it goes back for Fanshawe the opposite way. On the right side, number 2 cuts to the middle for number 13. He'll look behind him for number 2 who's waiting, who will stutter step to lose his man, but he holds on and keeps possession. He moves into the middle. He goes for the shot. It's a 3-point shot again. So it is 6-3 now for Fanshawe. Mohawk will come down the left side. Number 13 shoots for a 3, another 3. There's been rain in threes here early. So it's 6-6 now with 7:43 to go. Number 13 for Fanshawe up to the top of the key. Here comes on the outer circle. It's thrown up and lobbed, but it's almost intercepted by Mohawk, but Fanshawe returns and keeps the ball as they move down. It drives towards the net, and he'll make a beautiful move to get a basket. Number 4 for Fanshawe. Number 4 is Junior Luyayai. He's the guard who's 6'2", from Toronto, Ontario. Number 9 for Mohawk will inbound the ball, Romel Kalura, as he puts it into the middle for Milos Malajin, who will cut back to number 9. On number 4 on the far side, will put it back into the middle. Number 9 just near the halfway line. Number 4 will, there's a lot of ball movement going on, a lot of shouting, a lot of hands in the air. Number 13 will fake the shot. Oh, and it's up off the rim, and it's collected as a defensive interception for Fanshawe. Number 2 will cut to number 22, drives towards the net and gets a foul, almost an and one. And it will be shots from the line. Number 22 will take the shots. He gets 2 of them, as the basket was not scored. As he steps up, he bounces the ball a couple times, warm himself up, takes a shot, and it's off the rim, off the glass, and back into the net for his first point. It will come again to Alfred Johnson, 6'6", from London, Ontario, who will shoot it into the net, and is 10-6 Fanshawe at the start of this first quarter. As there's a brilliant pass lobbed up, and it's back to the line, and a three-pointer has been attempted but missed. As on the counterattack, Fanshawe will move with speed, cut to the net, and perfect finish for Fanshawe. And Mohawk decides to do the same thing and have a quick counterattack as number 13 comes to number 4 at the middle of the court. And he'll shoot it, and it will go in for a number 8. And it was now 8-12 for Fanshawe. This is a high-pace, high-intensity game as number 2 seed Fanshawe is looking to really make their marker today. There's a foul again. So now we'll have a substitution, I believe. Oh, no substitution. Sorry, my bad. Number 22 from Fanshawe College will take the free throws. Alfred Johnson. He will make the first one. No, yep. He will miss the first one. My bad, I wasn't paying attention. Alfred Johnson goes for the shot. And it will go in this time. He'll convert. Perfect. So it's 13-8, and a substitution will be made. Mohawk inbounds the ball and brings it up with a little bit of a slower approach than last time, as they try to keep possession here at the top of the key. Number 3 will move into the middle, back to 13. Number 4 will move back, and as it goes to the out of the key. Oh, and it's just off the rim, and it comes back out to Mohawk, who keep offensive pressure here. There's another attempt for a 3 there, and Milos Majuric will try to keep the ball for Mohawk, but it goes the other way. There's a bit of a bump there to number 3 on Fanshawe, but as he gets the ball again, he'll cut to the middle, and he'll make a brilliant move over and under the defense of Mohawk to get a basket. And number 4 comes with speed, blazing speed down the middle, as number 3 will cut in and try to call out a play and call for a pick as he tries to use his strength on the inside. It'll come back to the top of the key, and there's a shot attempted, and it's a defensive recovery for Fanshawe as they go back with another counterattack. They're so good at that. Oh, and it's a fake shot. He didn't even look at where he was passing, and it's just tipped wide. And number 13 for Mohawk will do a spin move. He'll try to cut it back out with lots of time and space. Number 9 for Mohawk cannot convert a three-pointer. They're trying to get all the points back they can right now. Number 14 will go for a shot, an uncontested shot. And it will go off the rim and be collected by Mohawk. Mohawk attempts to go back and get the points right back in this, but it is still 8-15 for Fanshawe over your Mohawk Mountaineers. Number 13 for Fanshawe is stripped of the ball. There is no foul, I do not believe, and a substitution will be made for Fanshawe as number 3, Marco Matlatic, will come off, as well as number 22, Alfred Johnson for Fanshawe. The ball will be inbounded by number 8, DeAndre Austin for Fanshawe, and it'll come back to the top of the key for number 14 for Fanshawe. Fanshawe will move it back around into the middle of the court, and it's another attempt at a really slick move, and it's recovered after being picked up by Mohawk. Mohawk really needs to work on their defensive play if they're going to win this game. It comes back to number 23 from the top of the circle, and it's another bad attempt for a three-pointer as the ball comes flying off the court and into my area. Mohawk will try to inbound it in order to keep a good possession. They've had good opportunities. Their finishing hasn't been there. Number 12 will get the ball in the middle of the court, and it will come back to the left side. He'll take his time looking for his teammates to move around and give him some space. As it's cut in and it's blocked, big block by number 13 for Fanshawe, and the shot clock will run out, giving possession back to Fanshawe after a solid couple seconds for Mohawk there to really establish some offensive zone time. 14 for Fanshawe will move into the middle of the field. Oh, and it's a beautiful passing play. 1-1-1, tic-tac-toe. And number 4 will move for Mohawk, will come down out of his zone. 23 will pick it up. 13 comes into the middle. He'll cut in, taking on 3 people as he goes for the layup, and it does not go. It's collected back again, and there's 10 seconds left on and it goes out of bounds after a bad attempted pass by Mohawk. There's a timeout for Mohawk. Fanshawe are the high-powered defense, and their high-powered defense, Hanani, Ulujuli, and Alfred Johnson. Alfred Johnson leads the league in 80. Oh, there's some replay action actually about to happen for number 13. We're about to see that on the replay. It's a beautiful shot, uncontested. Really, he just works his way into his space, moves in. Beautiful play as it's like a windmill, and it just comes over and under. And here's some shots of the coach from Mohawk as he tries to inspire his group to really try to take control of this game again, because they've had some good opportunities, but they're really behind on the scoreline. They're really established, rushing into the zone well. They're getting a good look at the basket, but every time they shoot, it seems to really bounce off the glass or off the rim and just be clobbered up by the Fanshawe defense, as they just so tall and so quick to react off the Mohawk offense. Fanshawe over here is looking very well at this game and showing why they're the number 2 seed right now. Mohawk will come back onto the court after their timeout, as the Fanshawe coach is really showing his emotion and showing his passion for his team, as they really try to show why they're the best here. Here comes number 14 for Fanshawe. He'll move back in, and it's a beautiful passing play for Fanshawe as they're just working around the defense of Mohawk as if it wasn't there. This is like a practice for them. It's not looking good for Mohawk right now. They really need to step up their game and be a little bit more aggressive. They need to really show that you can't walk into our zone without giving a foul, of course. But it's inbounded by Mohawk now as they take it up the left side as they passed halfway. He comes to the left, and number 23 will drive to the net, and he was falling over. He'll come in and get a nice shot off, and it is 10-19 now as Mohawk gets one back. That's what we like to see. It's good effort. It's a little bit off balance. It's not the prettiest thing, but it works. There is a reach-in foul, I believe, on Mohawk that will give Fanshawe another shot for 2 points, I believe. Oh, no, it is not actually a free throw. It is an inbound for Fanshawe as it comes to the top of the circle, and it's a field goal attempt, and it does not go. So Mohawk will collect. It will come out, a lob pass to number 4. There's a lot of passing, quick passing, cuts to the top. Number 4 will get open to number 13, who gets a shot. Almost. It's very, very close, as there was some really good defense going on now. And Mohawk tips. That's just the luck Mohawk's having tonight. Even when they get a piece of the ball on their hand after trying to intercept it, it seems that it's just going right to their opponents either way. Number 13 will get it to number 4, to number 12 at the top of the circle. 23 will charge to the middle, and he goes to the ground, but there is no call on the play, as Fanshawe will throw the ball into the audience. I'm sure they'd like to keep that. Here comes another substitution as number 22 comes on. Number 2 comes on, and number 14 and 13 for Fanshawe. So that is Carter Harthorn Waite and Hanani Ululi will come off, and the other men will come onto the courts. Number 11 will get at the top of the circle as it cuts to number 2, down. Oh, and it's off of, who is it off of? A lot of tall people here. It's really hard to see sometimes. It was off of Mohawk, so Fanshawe will get an inbound in their offensive zone as number 8 will step up to make the pass. He looks for his teammates as he just right under the rim, and they just go straight for a shot, not looking to waste any time there. Number 13 for Mohawk will get it back into the offensive zone. Number 3 will get a foul called against him. Red 22, it was a block. Wow, so it is an inbound for Mohawk in their offensive zone, just as Fanshawe had a moment ago. Number 3 will look, a fake shot off the glass, and it comes right to 33, who picks it up. That's a weird, wow. Oh, and number 8 does his best impression of a soccer player and tries to kick the ball. It is no good in basketball right there. Here comes Mohawk as they have another chance at possession and another chance at basket here. Number 3 will inbound it. 23 cuts to the net, and it's just a bad layup, isn't it? He was right there, and he just really couldn't finish it. The defense for Fanshawe looks to be proving why they're so strong and such a really uncontested team right now, as it seems. Number 3 will put some pressure on. That's what I like to see from Mohawk, as they need to do more of that to really show Fanshawe they can't walk over them. Fanshawe will end it there. So right now it's the end of the first quarter. It is 21-10 for Fanshawe over your Mohawk Mountaineers. We're going to be looking at a story very soon. So Mohawk looked to bounce back from a tough loss at Niagara last Thursday, losing 77 to 55. Number 9, Ramel Kalura, had a team-high points, 18 points, and 58% field goal percentage from the range. Ramel's second on the team with 18 points per game. He is looking very good. He's a guard. He's 5'10" from Hamilton, so he's really showing his hometown roots and his blood here at Mohawk. He's looking pretty good this game, but as Mohawk as a team and himself could do a lot better. We have some replays coming in very soon. And we're going to take a look at some shots from Mohawk earlier, and then take a look at the coach showing his team what they need to do. They have a good amount of break here, so they can get rehydrated, get some energy back in their legs, and come out for the second quarter and really try to bounce back. This is almost like a boxing match, this game, because they really got to take it quarter by quarter and just try to win each quarter from now on, as they've lost this first quarter. Here comes Mohawk walking back onto the field, onto the court, sorry. Mohawk will inbound the ball from the halfway line. And you have a pretty tall squad here for Fanshawe, as they really are using their height to their advantage and taking away opportunities at the basket. That's why Mohawks not only had to go for 3 throws to get back into this game, but also to really, because they really can't get into the inside. Number 9 for Mohawk will stand at the top of the key. Milos will come, and it's back to number 9 for Mohawk on the right side. He'll look for a shot on the inside, and it's off the rim again. This is a reoccurring thing for Mohawk right now. There's a rebound foul for number 13 on Fanshawe, so that is Hanani Ujulu. He's a forward from Kitchener, and he's 6'6". Not so friendly giant out there right now. Here's number 3 for Mohawk. He'll cut it back to the center of the court, and it's picked up as an interception and a rebound for number 22 from Fanshawe. Number 2 will look around, and it's 22. Wow, and that's no good at all. Fanshawe thought they had a break there, but it seems that it's turned around for in Mohawk's favor. Number 3 comes all the way across the court to pick up the ball for an inbound. Number 9 will look around for his teammates, looking for a pick. There's no pick there at all, as the defense played really well. And there's a good layup by number 23 from Mohawk, as he really did that well. Stephen LeMay. Wow, very impressive, Stephen. Number 2. Wow, it's a block by Stephen LeMay again. He just seems to be everywhere in the last 5 seconds or so. It's very amazing. Number 3 will be subbed off for Fanshawe's number 4. And now, as the ref instructs him how to properly make a substitution, he will come on to the court. It is inbounded by number 8, I believe, for Fanshawe, who is DeAndre Austin, who's been a key player and a really strong defensive player this game. He's calling out to his team as number 2 cuts back, and DeAndre Austin will take a shot, and it's off the rim, and the shot clock runs out as Mohawk makes a break back the other way. Number 3 for Mohawk, Jordan Martin, will make a brilliant play in, but it's a shot from number 23, Stephen LeMay, and it is missed. Fanshawe go the other way on the counterattack, and there's a knockdown, and it is an offensive foul towards Fanshawe, as Mohawk will reacquire the ball and really try to get back in this game here. Mohawk will move through the center of the court as they take their time a little bit. It's 15 seconds left on the shot clock. 23 Stephen LeMay will take a shot, and it's another miss off the rim as it goes back for Fanshawe. DeAndre Austin will pass it back to number 2 for Fanshawe, who is John Akendi, who looks to be a very strong individual who pushes past and gets a foul. And gets a defensive foul to go for in his favor. And, an offensive foul. He got a defensive foul against him. And he'll take a free throw from the line. Number 2. As he bounces the ball, getting himself warmed up, he looks to shoot, takes a shot, and it is in. So now, that was a great free throw. He just perfectly took that. John Akendi, 6'1", from Toronto, Ontario, from the 6. I like to see it. He takes a shot there. Number 4 will pick it up. It is now 22-12 for Fanshawe over your Mohawk Mountaineers, as Milos will try to get a shot there. But there's another foul against Fanshawe. Fanshawe seems to be taking a lot of fouls lately. Number 10 will come on for Fanshawe, as number 12 will come off. So that is Mason Middow, and number 10, Alden Makik will come on for Fanshawe, as Milos will Majadin will try to take some free throws as he goes. The 6'9" man will take a shot, as the second one misses again. So that's not looking good for Mohawk, as they have 2 shots at redeeming themselves, or even getting themselves back into this game, and they can't take them. Number 2 will cut back and look around and look for some space, as there's a lot of action going on in the middle of the court, as Mohawk seems to be really bunching up the middle of the court because they think that they can take the shots from the outside if they really just secure the middle, because that seems to be their weakness this game. Number 9 will cut in back to the middle, look around, back to the center. It's down below. And now number 13 will come to number 9, who will pass, beautiful pass, bounce pass to Milos Majur. Meladrin, and he'll make a brilliant play defensively. Wow, he makes a brilliant play at the offensive zone, and then comes back to make a brilliant defensive play. It's an inbound for Fanshawe. That could have been a foul, you know. Number 13 will pass it at the top of the arc. Number 2 will move in and fake the shot, pass back, now into the middle of the court, and it's intercepted by number 4 for Mohawk, Daniel Graham. Beautiful. There's another foul for Fanshawe, and there's a block. Wow. There's another free throw, and Daniel Graham, who seems to be the driving force in Mohawk's offensive lineup, who has the speed of a cheetah on the safari, on the plains of the savannah. Amazing. As he goes for the first shot, it's a miss, but he'll go for a second one to redeem himself, and it's in, and that brings Mohawk that little bit closer to Fanshawe, as there's a beautiful lob pass and a beautiful finish of a layup by number 10, the man who just came on, Alden Malkick. Number 13 from Mohawk will slap the ball out of anger or frustration, or just trying to fake his opponent out, as there's a 3-point shot, and it's picked up by number 13, who goes for another shot, and it's taken out off of a man who is from Fanshawe. So Mohawk will inbound the ball. I thought that went off of a Mohawk guy, but I was wrong. It is 24-15 for Fanshawe now. That's the 6:23 mark of the second quarter. There's 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Number 9 will move into the middle of the court as he cuts back beyond the arc. He'll gesture for his people to come forward for a pick as it goes back to the left side, and he'll take a shot at the dying ends, and it's no good as Fanshawe will recover, make a brilliant move in the middle, move around his man, and it's just a miss on the first layup. On the second one, too, as it's recovered for a rebound. There's another chance off the rim 4 times. Wow, how did that not go for Fanshawe? Brilliant play by Fanshawe to get the opportunities, but even more brilliant by Mohawk to really defend that play. And Fanshawe will fake some shots to get it inbounded again. He'll look to the bottom, and it's off of. And the Fanshawe coach is really voicing his opinion right now. There's a substitution being made for number 4 for number 3 on Fanshawe. Number 4 coming off, number 3 coming on. Number 4, Junior Luigi, and number 3, Marco Malitic will be switching here. Number 2 for Fanshawe, there's a shot, and it's attempted, but it is a miss. And Mohawk will inbound the ball in their own defensive zone as number 4 for Mohawk, Daniel Graham, will really walk in again through the Fanshawe defense seamlessly, sorry. As it's picked up by number 3 in Fanshawe, who will go the opposite way. He'll make a move into the middle of the court and get a shot attempted, and it's picked up again on a rebound, but the second attempt is blocked, and there will be a foul against Mohawk on a defensive foul, and it's white number 13 for holding. Fanshawe will have the ability. Marco Malitic, the 6'4" man from London, Ontario, will have a chance to get 2 shots here. He makes the first one and puts the gap even larger between Fanshawe and Mohawk right now. Marco Malitic will take another shot, and it's in again, so it is now 26-15. It's 11-point difference here. How will this shape up for Mohawk in the second half? Mohawk will get the ball back, and as they hold on to possession, it just seems Fanshawe is too large for Mohawk to really cut into the inside and get a shot off without it being blocked or just poked out of the air by one of the Fanshawe defenders. Daniel Graham will really rush to the net and get a beautiful layup opportunity, but it does not go for Mohawk as there's another counter attack. Daniel Graham was all alone, and it goes in for Fanshawe. It just seems all the luck is with Fanshawe right now. Mohawk's going to need to turn that around at halftime as number 13 goes for the 3 for Mohawk, and it's a miss. Daniel Graham, wow, gets fouled. Oh, no, it's a foul against Daniel Graham as he gets in the way of number 11 for Fanshawe. Adrian Stevens, Fanshawe. Fanshawe high-powered defense, Hanani Ulujulu and Alfred Johnson. Alfred Johnson leads the league with 81 total rebounds, averaging 11.6 rebounds per game. Hanani, a second in the league with 18 total blocks. Alfred Johnson has 10 total blocks. As you can see, those are crazy stats for the defenders for Fanshawe. As total blocks 16, total rebounds 53, total steals 7. This guy's a monster defensively, and he's 6'6". On the other side, we have another 6'6" man in Alfred Johnson, who's a forward from London, Ontario. Total rebounds 81 per game is 11.6, and total blocks is 10. So he's really getting in the face of his opponents, and is really like jumping for the ball, controlling it in it after a big shot or after even a layup that doesn't contest for their opponents. They're really there to really clean up all the mess. So as Fanshawe is planning to do exactly the same thing, I would suppose, that they did in the first 2 quarters, because that's been working for them, and they're really getting in the heads of Mohawk and getting them frustrated as they're trying to make too many passes, they're trying to make too many moves, and it's just not working. So as Fanshawe will pick up the ball again, the start of the second quarter again. Oh, sorry, it's not done. The second quarter is not done. 23 for Mohawk. We'll get it to number 4, Daniel James, and then number 3, Jordan Martin for Mohawk. Daniel James to Jordan Martin, who will cut into the middle for number 13 for Mohawk, who is Kujo Musuka. 23, Stephen Lamley. Oh, it's another contested shot for the Mohawk Mountaineers as they cannot make it go. Even from distance, it doesn't seem to be working. And wow, number 13 gets a foul from Mohawk as he looks to the sky and shakes his head. There will be a change of substitution, I believe. No, they're just shaking hands and getting water on the side here as number 11, Adrian Stevens from Fanshawe, will take the 2 free throws. He goes for the first one, and it's good. And he'll come in for the second now, and Fanshawe seems to be laying off defensively, so not going for anything here. Goes in, so it's a 2-point conversion on those 2 free throws, which is perfect, 100%. Fanshawe 32-15 to your Mohawk Mountaineers. Number 23, Stephen Lamley, will get it back to number 9, Ramelka Lajura, who looks to be really good for Mohawk. Gets an interception. Ramel will pass it, and it's a layup, and it's perfectly converted. So assist from Ramel, just as we were talking about him, actually. And so now we have number 3, Jordan Martin, will pick it up and finish, as Mohawk is really starting to come back as they've gotten 2 chances and 2 real good baskets in a row. And it's another interception, but it just couldn't be controlled by the Mohawk Mountaineers as number 12 for Mohawk, jumps up, and it is Daniel Graham who will cut back to Stephen Lamley, Ramel really knocks that one down. And the Fanshawe coach is going absolutely bonkers out here. 32-22, 10-point difference. You can see what a strong push from any team can really do in this league. It really puts them back into a drive where they're like, okay, maybe we can do this. If we can do that again in the next little bit, we can do this again. And if they can do it one half, why can't we, right? That's Mohawk's mentality right now because they're down by a lot, and they've been down almost the entire game. We got a replay coming in. It's number 9, Ramel, Kuljura, who will make a nice shot here as we see his form is perfect as he's the jump ball. As a coach will really try to instill to his players, like this is, we have the ball most of the time. It's just that the Fanshawe is so good at counterattacking that they just finish every single opportunity they have. So it seems like it's a lot more weighted. As you can see, the Fanshawe coach is really unhappy with what just happened the past little while, as some of his players are still trying to get a firm grasp on what they need to do this next little quarter for the next little bit. As Mohawk comes back onto the court, they're looking a little bit more confident, as maybe their coach instilled that in them. Fanshawe ball, as it's inbounded by number 8 from Fanshawe, DeAndre Austin, who's looked great this game. DeAndre Austin gets fouled by number 23 from Mohawk, who is Stephen LeMay. DeAndre Austin will be able to get 2 free throws right here. And will he convert both of them to really put Fanshawe ahead again? Fanshaw's coach is really instructing from the sidelines, and DeAndre Austin makes his first free throw, and it is a nice shot. Beautiful form. He looks up, takes a shot, a lot of backspin, and it's in for 2 for 2. So 34-22 now for Fanshawe. Number 12 for Mohawk. Oh, gets slammed to the ground. You really heard that one. That was a loud slam on the ground. I don't know if that was intentional or if that was 13 red came underneath the shooter, an airborne shooter. That's what the ref had to say about that one. He's knocked down. So number 12 for Mohawk, who's Ricky Morrison, will get an attempt at some shots here. Will he put that deficit that just came out? And it's a miss. So already they're looking a little bit worse than they did last time they came up the court. Ricky Morrison will go for another shot here. It's backspinned, and it's again the exact same spot on the rim as the last one, and it does not go. Mohawks really, really looking to get this game going again. Number 3 for Mohawk, Jordan Martin, will try to inbound again. You can see that's his specialty, is finding the open man on the side of the court, while Fanshaw's really up in the face of him. Up in his face, sorry. Jordan Martin will grab the ball here, and it will go to Daniel Graham. Jordan Martin, and he makes his move around, and he throws it at the Fanshawe defender to really ensure that it goes off of the Fanshawe defender. But it doesn't matter in the end, as it's a foul, as Jordan Martin will go to the line to take some shots here. 23 points for Mohawk, now 24, as Jordan Martin will really pick that one up. He's only 5'9", but he looks a lot taller out there. He plays with a lot of confidence, this young man. Here comes Stephen LeMay, who will throw it to Jordan Martin, who gets a really good chance here, but it's a travel. Jordan Martin accepts what he did and walks to the other side of the court. DeAndre Austin will inbound the ball, and it'll come back to DeAndre Austin, who will move it up to number 3 for Fanshawe. DeAndre Austin, it's the halfway violation. Wow. Half-court violation. And DeAndre Austin seems to be arguing a lot with the ref about this one. He did not like that call in the slightest. Number 12 for Ricky Morrison for Mohawk will inbound the ball this time instead of Jordan Martin, sorry. Here comes Jordan Martin at the top of the arc. Stephen LeMay will throw it. A beautiful interception by number 15 on Fanshawe, who is Judah Stewart. Young man. He's in his first year. Judah Stewart. He's a Brantford 6'3". Right now we have an inbound for Mohawk as it is 34-24 in the favor of Fanshawe. Jordan Martin will run up the middle of the court here as he takes it a little bit slowly, actually. He's looking to make some moves, make some passes, really open up the defense of Fanshawe, as they haven't really done yet. So I don't expect him to really stay the same. I don't really want Mohawk to stay and do the same thing they've been doing lately, because even though they've been getting some points in the past little while, they really need to start opening up Fanshawe more instead of driving and using their strength, because Fanshawe seems to be outdoing them in muscle, so they need to use their heads now. There's a substitution for Fanshawe as number 2, John Kendi, will come on for Marco Malatic. Number 14 from Fanshawe, Carter Hawthorne-Waite, will cut back to the top of the circle. Oh, and it's an offensive foul from number 2, John Kendi of Fanshawe. That was a big hit there. It looked like a hockey hit or a rugby tackle. It was aggressive. Number 4, Daniel Graham, will really work his way into to Jordan Martin, who will pass the ball slightly as a little through ball, and it's going for 3. Wow, and Jordan Martin will come back. It's number 12, Ricky Morrison. Stephen LeMay will try to find the ball. Ricky Morrison races back on the back check. Number 3 will pass back. Malatek. Hawthorne-Waite. And number 8, DeAndre Austin will claim there was a foul there, or at least something wrong with that play. Oh, beautiful pass, but it didn't matter. It was a double dribble. Darn. As the Fanshawe coach really is voicing his opinion at his players and really yelling. I don't think his players really appreciate that as he takes a timeout right now. 25. Mohawk is now down 24-34. Right now, Mohawk has 5 OCAA championships. Last one is in 2014 to 2015 season. They have 1 national championship, which they acquired in 2011 to 2012. That season, Fanshawe have 6 OCAA championships, so just 1 more. And the last one they had was 2006 to 2007, so significantly more time than Mohawk's team. And 2 national championships. They also happened from 1973 to 1980. And also the 1980-1981 season. So back-to-back national championships for Fanshawe back then. That was a long time ago now. And Mohawk seems to be on the upswing of things, and so do Fanshawe. Fanshawe seems to be reclaiming all their form and really dominating and keeping that 10-point lead at least in this last little while. They're doing a really good job of keeping Mohawk to the outside and not letting them really drive to the net and get some layups. They're really contesting their 3-point shots, so it's not a lot of points coming in Mohawk's favor right now. Fanshawe will inbound the ball, and it will go to Carter Hawthorne-Waite as he calls for a go forward. Oh, and the whistle blows his whistle. Sorry, the ref blows his whistle. The Fanshawe coach is really voicing his opinion. You don't stand there. That's what he said. He seems to know what he's talking about, as his team is winning by a solid 10 points right now as I think there was problems with the clock. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, there was. Now we have 51 seconds put back onto the board, and it will be inbounded again. Hawthorne Waite will move in back to number 3 for Fanshawe, up to the top of the left circle. And now it's, wow, DeAndre Ayton will make a brilliant play there. Austin. 14 gets a foul here. So Mohawk will be able to inbound the ball and gain possession again and try to get these 10 points back in the next little while. Otherwise, they could be going to into the first half. Wow. And Fanshawe's number 15 seemed to be doing a reenactment of what he thought the Mohawk player just did as he flung himself onto the ground. Number 3 for Jordan Martin for Mohawk will make a nice spin move around number 4. Milos for number 10 for Mohawk will cut in, use his strength, use his size. That's what they need out there. Number 9 will take a shot from 3, and it's good. It's a field goal. Wow, nice shot by number 9, Ramel Kalura, as he gets a shot, and it's a 3 for Fanshawe, who get it right back. This seems to be really unfair for Mohawk, as even at the end there, when they got a 3-point shot, Fanshawe came back the opposite direction and really finished them off there for the first half. That's the end of the first. So right now, we got Fanshawe currently in 3rd in their division with a 5-2 record, only losing to the top 2 teams, St. Clair and Sheridan, while Mohawk sits in 7th with a 2-3 record. So it's they haven't even played as many games. They played the exact same amount of games as Fanshawe has won so far. With a 2-3 record, both wins came against Humber, and Lambton earlier in the season. So, as you can see, Fanshawe showing why they're in form. And now we're going to take a look at a couple replays as the teams go into their dressing rooms for halftime. Welcome back, everyone. We are here for the OCAA basketball game between Fanshawe College and Mohawk College. Your Mohawk Mountaineers are sadly down 27-37 after the first 2 quarters. So the way it looks right now is the largest lead for the entire game has been led by Fanshawe. They had 17 points as a differential at 32-15. The lead changed once that entire first 2 quarters as Mohawk lost the lead once. And the number of ties they've had, so the number of times they've had the same amount of points, has been twice. The longest run for a team has been 12-3 for Mohawk over Fanshawe, actually. And now we're going to be starting the game very soon as number 8, DeAndre Austin, will throw it inbound. So DeAndre Austin in the first half had, for 3 free throws, he had 2 of them, and 2 of them went in, so he's 100%. And he had 2 points that entire first round. He looked a lot more influential than the stats will say. So that's the eye test out there. So number 23 for Fanshawe will cut into the middle as it's a beautiful pass for DeAndre Austin, who puts up another 2 points just as I was talking about him. Jordan Martin will rush up the court as number 9, Ramel Kalura, will pass it to Milos Malager. And then number 4, Daniel Graham, will pick up the ball and rush to the net. And it is picked off, or it is stolen by number 22 from Fanshawe. Number 22 from Fanshawe will move it back into the middle of the court and use his body to really work his way into nitty-gritty areas of the court. Number 4, Daniel Graham, will pass it back to Jordan Martin, who will pass it to number 13, Kujo Masuka, as finally Mohawk get a point here, and now it is indeed, 30-39. This is a close one. Oh, and Fanshawe come right back the other way, and Carter Hathornwaite will put it into the net. He had 0 points, but last 2 quarters, but it's all right. He's doing pretty well this time. And now break for number 4 for Mohawk as he rushes up for an easy layup and puts it in for Mohawk, and they go back to 32-41. It's a back and forth game as it has been for the past 2 quarters, despite Fanshawe being up by a fair amount here. Number 3 shoots for a 3 off the rim, and it's Milos who will pick up the rebound. And number 4, Daniel Graham will rush in and pass it off to number 13 for a 3, and it's a missed 3. And now there is a foul. Number 4 for Mohawk is grabbing. There's a foul for it. So there's 8:06 left in the 3rd quarter. We have a 32-41 lead for Fanshawe over Mohawk. Carter Hathornwaite will throw the ball to DeAndre Austin, who will pass it back, and there's a defensive foul against number 13 from Mohawk. Wow, and so there will be some shots from the free throw line. That is his 4th personal foul. So he is not looking good right now, as Stephen LeMay will come on in replacement. That was Kujo Masuka from Mohawk. The 4 fouls, by the way. There's the first one made and the second one made for Fanshawe. Number 13, Hanani Ujulu. So now number 10, Milos. Oh, it's a 3. It's a field goal, and he gets it to go. As Mohawk will push back a point after going down 2 just now. DeAndre Austin for Fanshawe will look open to number 3 at the top of the circle. It's back to DeAndre Austin, down to the bottom of the court, near to the net. DeAndre Austin will bounce the ball and make a power play. Oh, it's a nice shot by number 14, Carter Hathornwaite, as he goes for it. And then now Mohawk will try to come back in a little fake shot there from number 9, Ramel. Kalurdra, and then he comes back. Ramel will push back. Oh, and he's pushed off, but DeAndre Austin will steal the ball back, and there's a foul on Mohawk after number 9, Ramel Kalura will claim for a foul in his own zone, but as it goes back the other way after being stolen, number 4, Daniel Graham, will get a foul called against him. This is really not looking good for Mohawk, as all the luck seems to be in Fanshawe's way. Number 13 for Fanshawe will cut to the middle, and 13 will go down to the bottom of the court. Oh, and it's a beautiful little put into the net by number 22 as he just reaches over the Mohawk defense with his long reach. Stephen LeMay back to, oh, there's a beautiful passing play here. And it's a 3 attempted by Daniel Graham, who will make it after giving up a foul earlier just now. Fanshawe will have to inbound it. Number 13 from Fanshawe, Hanani Ujulu, will push up the field. Now to DeAndre Austin, the man of the hour right now for Fanshawe, who's been really forcing his weight around. Number 22, Alfred Johnson, really having a presence out there as well after coming on. Carter Hathornwaite will really use his dribbling ability and his low center of gravity to push past Stephen LeMay. And then number 3 comes for a 3, and and the shot clock runs out just in time for Mohawk, as Fanshawe seem to be all over them. As I can hear right now, some of the players of Fanshawe are thoroughly disgusted with not being able to get a point there. They are talking amongst themselves. What they're saying, I will not repeat in fear of children listening to this broadcast. Number 3, Jordan Martin, will really work his way in. And then it'll go to Milos, who will just wave the ball over the Fanshawe defender. Jordan Martin will cut back with the ball and shoot the ball and it's off the rim and rebounded by the Fanshawe defense. DeAndre Austin will use the pick and work his way through. Milos comes for a shot, but it's picked up again by Alfred Johnson, who just taps it past Milos as he makes a brilliant initial play. Number 3, Jordan Martin will push it back to Daniel Graham. And then Stephen LeMay after getting it to Milos. And now back, and it's a good, it's a three-pointer by Daniel Graham. We'll get another one here. At his 50-41 for Fanshawe. This is looking good for Mohawk as there is an offensive foul against Fanshawe, I believe. Wow, what a brilliant turn of events here. Number 3, Jordan Martin from Mohawk will inbound this ball, most likely to Daniel Graham, who looks to be running up the field as they sprint using their speed. And it comes back to Ramel Kalura. Oh, and he's blocked brilliantly by number 13, Hanani Ujulu, who really comes out of nowhere and just smacks the ball right out of the air. Here comes number 3, Jordan Martin, who will inbound the ball now. He looks to his partner, Daniel Graham, who they seem to be linking up a lot today. Jordan Martin will rush to the net. He tries to get a pass through the middle of the court, but it was stolen off by number 2, John Akendi. Mohawk will get another opportunity to inbound the ball as there's a lot of movement. And Stephen LeMay will be right underneath the basket and tip it again. It cannot go. And now it will go back to Jordan Martin, who will find Milos, who will throw his body around, but it can't go. So number 2, John Akendi, will pass it back. Oh, John Akendi back. And then DeAndre Austin will put that away again. Stephen LeMay makes a brilliant player after getting tripped by number 22, Alfred Johnson of Fanshawe. As the coach replies to the ref, how did he end up on the ground? That is a great question. He probably was tripped, and it should have been contested against. Wow, number 2 for Fanshawe will inbound this ball as they move around each other. DeAndre Austin and him. He'll move his way. Akandi. Now it's back to number oh, what a bad shot. He would even admit that was a bad shot. Hanani Ujulu did not like the way that came off his hands. Neither did the basket, as it did not mesh. Here comes Jordan Martin to inbound the ball to his partner Daniel Graham again. So they have the same play here as they go up the opposite side as the last time they rushed this play. Number 9, Ramel Kalura will move the ball back, and then Stephen LeMay will push to the net strongly and put his arms up as he comes back after making a nice basket. It's 43-52. So Mohawk keeps that at least a little bit of hope here. If they can really push defensively and really make Fanshawe miss some shots and get some rebounds here, as the ball goes out off of Mohawk, Fanshawe will get an inbound. And now Mohawk will make 2 substitutions. Number 12 and number 33 will come on, and number 10 and number 3 will come off. So that's Jordan Martin and Milos Majalden. And number 33, John Dolmaj, and the other man, number 12, Ricky Morrison, will come on. As there's a nice block here from Mohawk's players on DeAndre Austin, who will inbound the ball again, who's really voicing out to his teammates where he wants them to go. He's looking around. Nice lob pass to the top of the arc. Number 2, Akendi, will get fouled here on number 4, Daniel Graham, who looks distraught, to say the least, right now with that call. He's looking to his coach for some instruction and really trying to make a play here. Oh, there's a substitution happening as Daniel Graham pleads to come off, it seems like. And number 20, Mark Wiley, will make his first appearance on the court. Here comes the ref. He will pass the ball to DeAndre Austin, who will inbound to Akendi. Here comes Akendi, who will move it back. Well, to number 13, Ujulu. Akendi will drive to the net, make a brilliant play, and it's a brilliant layup. Morrison will pass the ball. Now it's Kalura. Ramel Kalura. The number 20 from Mohawk who just came on. Wiley. Wow, it's Ramel who shoots. And it's just off the rim there. Oh, it's popped up to Stephen LeMay. Back to Ramel Kalern, who will make a brilliant drive to the net and put away a bank shot. Oh, and Stephen LeMay makes a brilliant defensive play, only to lose the ball in the end, but makes a brilliant steal. Takeaway, whatever you want to call it. He did it well. He did it right. Number 40, it is 45-54 for Fanshawe at the moment. This is a low-scoring game, actually, considering we just saw the women's game, which went to at least 86 points, what I saw for the women for Fanshawe. Like, that's a very impressive scoreline. DeAndre Austin will make a brilliant play, and one. And one is what they call that for DeAndre Austin, who will go to the line for one shot this time, as he did make the basket off the foul. The ref will pass the ball to DeAndre Austin, who just looks at the rim and then takes a little deep breath, bounces the ball, swishes it around his hands, goes for the shot, and it's in. And that's his thing. He's calm, collected, and he's looking good this game. Ramel Kalern will pass back to Morrison at the top of the arc, and it is a foul on Fanshawe number 2, who will be making the substitution for Clark Hawthorne. Wait. That is his 4th foul of the night. Number 2. And if you don't know the rules of basketball, there are 5 fouls you can get until you are thrown out of the game. So that's why they're probably substituting, and just to save him that. And Stephen LeMay will drive to the net and get a foul. So he will. There's a push on the drive. So he will go to the line for 2 shots. Stephen LeMay. Stephen LeMay in the first 2 quarters had 4 points. So he's looking all right. I mean, he gets the first one. And then the second one he makes as well. So, wow, Stephen LeMay puts the points back on the board for Mohawk that they needed to get back to 10-point differential. Even with that little bit of encouragement we just saw there, it's still a 10-point lead for Fanshawe. So number 3 from Fanshawe moves it back. Number 10 to DeAndre Austin. Number 8. Number 3 for Fanshawe on the left side will come down to number 10, who drives to the net, and it's picked up by Stephen LeMay with his long reach. And Ramel Kalern will move it back over here to the top of the arch. Number 20 goes for a 3. Oh, it's off the rim. And it's almost picked off of the head of Clark. Oh, and Ramel Kalern makes a beautiful defensive play. And it's a dunk! 4. Wow, Ricky Morrison makes a brilliant dunk there off a beautiful play by Ramel Kalern. He makes takes it away from the defense after a careless pass, I might say. And Stephen LeMay tries to get another break from Mohawk. Oh, that you can really see that rattled the opponents. And it's Ramel Kalern, and it's in. Wow, Ramel Kalern puts it up again, 49-47, 51-57, 6-point differential now for Mohawk underneath Fanshawe. Mohawk is really making a push, and it's a foul. Ooh, so 22 from Fanshawe. His name is Alfred Johnson. Will make a free throw. Who will have 2 shots at uncontested free throws. This is not looking good for Mohawk's comeback right now. They don't need this. They need to really be focusing on not taking fouls, because that's the way Fanshawe is really going to run away with this game is if they keep on putting up points. I mean, even if you make one of the free throws, like 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, that starts to add up, and sometimes it's a little bit too much for a team to come back on. So as we can see there, Fanshawe makes the first free throw. Alfred Johnson will make his first free throw, and he goes for the second one, looks up to the basket, perfect backspin, and it's perfect shot as Mohawk will inbound the ball again after giving up those 2 points. And there's a little bit of a hesitation there from the Mohawk play. And number 20, oh, it's blocked! Is that goaltending? I don't know what that was. Oh, wow, that was crazy. DeAndre Austin, it was goaltending. That was a goaltending violation. DeAndre Austin will inbound the ball. Now it will go to number 15 for Fanshawe, Judah Stewart. Number 11, Adrian Stevens will move it around, and now back to Mohawk as they intercept after a shot attempt. Ramel Kalern will pass the ball to Morrison. Number 20, Wiley will find the ball to Ramel Kalern, who will use the pick. Will he? No, he will find the pass to Stephen LeMay, who goes for the shot, and it's in! There's a 3-point shot for Stephen LeMay and makes it 56-59. 3-point difference here in this crazy game that Fanshawe seemed to have been running away with. But Mohawk's making a really nice attempt as a steal happens. And Wiley picks it up. Ramel goes for the shot. Oh, and Morrison is unable. Oh, and the Mohawk keeps possession. Here comes Ramel Kalern. Ramel Kalern will look at the clock. 11 seconds, but 7 on the shot clock. Here comes Ramel Kalern. Back to the point. Number 33 is blocked. And there's a shot. Oh, and it's no good at the buzzer. Well, it's not the buzzer yet. It's 1 second left. But it seems to be over for this quarter. Wow, what a brilliant quarter by Mohawk to really push back there. So Fanshawe has one of the top players in the league of Marco Malatic, who shoots a lot of 3-pointers, leading the league with 28 3 points made, and second in points with 163 total before today's game, averaging 23.3 points per game. That's an unbelievable stat right there. So number 13 for Fanshawe will get the ball here and make a free throw as the Mohawk defense switch sides. Number 13 for Fanshawe, Hanani Ujulu, will shoot again and make his second one. So they will go to the fourth quarter being up 61-56. This is a game, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think you understand. Like, it doesn't seem like it seemed for a while, and he just flings the ball at the net. But there's no way that's going in. Wow, Mohawk really impressed me that last quarter. Mohawk is really playing well, and they're really showing a bit of resilience that they didn't show in the first 2 quarters. We're going to have a highlight pack coming in soon. But right now, I think Mohawk should just think about doing what they're doing. I mean, they're pushing hard, and they're really doing well, taking away the space for their opponents. As you can see here on the replays, there's a lot of nice plays by both teams in the last quarter and the last little bit, actually, of the game. Nice steal there by Ramel Kalern, who will throw the ball, and Morrison will just slam that ball down. The first dunk of the game. Ramel makes a brilliant pass, brilliant steal. Morrison finishes it off. Goes for a shot. Stephen LeMay makes that absolutely crucial 3-point shot to really put the points back in a more desirable level. At a more desirable level. Mohawk really needs to push back here in this fourth quarter, as they are behind. But they really showed some strides there that they made. Probably the halftime talk, not going to lie, that coach really knows what he's doing, and he probably fired up his squad. and really got them to think, oh, maybe we can do this. If they can do that in 2 quarters, we can do this in the next 2 quarters, right? You just got to think about that way when you're down. It's like you're 0-0. You're 0-0. The coach, as you can see right there, he's really talking to his teammates. So we have a special audience guest. Well, the guest of the audience is the women's team for Fanshawe. They're watching their men's team, and they're really supporting and showing that school spirit that we love to see. We're going to go back here to Mohawk's little huddle, as Fanshawe has already returned to the center of the court. John Akendi on Fanshawe has 4 fouls. So, and Kujo Masuka has also 4 on Mohawk. So we have 2 players on the field, on the court right now. One more, and they're both fouled out of this game. So they have to be extra cautious, as number 2, John Akendi, is actually on the court right now, guarding number 3, Jordan Martin. Number 9, Ramel Kalurn, will inbound the ball at the beginning of this 4th quarter. He can't pass there. Milos will back to Jordan Martin. Steve LeMay will work his way to the top of the arc. Back to Ramel. Ramel looks back, uses his communication skills to really move around his team and create some space. Wow, Stephen LeMay makes a brilliant layup right there, as he drives to the net using that long reach of his. So it's 58-62 now. It's a 4-point difference. This is really intense stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen LeMay goes a little bit hard on his man, and it seems to be in Fanshawe's favor, as they retain possession in the offensive zone, and DeAndre Austin will inbound the ball. He uses that really tall frame, even though Stephen LeMay does, to try to block the pass, but there's 5 seconds on the shot clock as they make the shot. Number 15, Judas Stewart from Fanshawe, will make that absolutely brilliant layup. Jordan Martin will pass to Steve LeMay, who will make a 3! Who will make a 3 to make it 61-64, 3-point difference here in the 4th quarter. This is a closer game than I would imagine. What a steal! Again, Stephen LeMay's having the game of his life right now. Wow. And there's a foul. A foul again. Beautiful pushing. I love to see a push every now and again, especially when it puts my team in favor. Here we're going to have the ball inbounded by Mark Wiley, number 20 of Mohawk College. He is a 5'11" forward from Kitchener, and he is in his 1st year here at Mohawk College. He's a rookie. Stephen LeMay, gets absolutely throttled by a block from number 13, Hani Ujulu of Fanshawe. That was a brilliant block. You could really hear that echo around this place. Number 10, Milos, will try to throw it back into the middle to number 3, Jordan Martin, but cannot pick up the ball as the possession has been switched to Fanshawe. Fanshawe will inbound the ball, and it will go up to Akendi, who is sitting on 4 fouls, as I said before. That was a bit of a travel, I thought, but number 22 of Fanshawe will finish it off, and that is Alfred Johnson. So Jordan Martin will throw the ball. Where is he throwing that to? I don't know, but he seemed to have seen something there, and he looks. I'm looking at him right now, and he looks disappointed in himself at that play. He needs to get his head back in the game and forget about it. Just move past it and really start to make it. Look at the next play. Look for the next play. Milos makes some great defense there, and goes for the block and catches the ball. Steal. Ramel, whoa, there's a diving play, and Stephen LeMay. Ramel, it's a back to Milos, who will shoot the 3, and it's just off the head of Milos. And back to DeAndre Austin, who will throw it up. And Alfred Johnson just loses his handle on the ball after being fouled. Number 9 for Mohawk has picked up a foul here. The coach is talking to John Akendi, to Judah Stewart, and his man, DeAndre Austin. He's really showing them what to do this next little bit in order to keep their lead, preserve their lead, and really get in the faces of Mohawk. Kujo Masuko from Mohawk just came back in for Mohawk, actually. So he's sitting on 4 fouls as well, so he'll need to be cautious. He's number 13, I believe, for Mohawk. So Alfred Johnson will make both free throws as on that foul that he had earlier. Number 4, Daniel Graham, will pass it off to Ramel. Jordan. Wow, he makes a brilliant move in there. Daniel Graham will go for a shot, but it's blocked out there and intercepted. Oh, and DeAndre Austin will make a brilliant pass, and Akenji will come up, and there's a foul on number 3. Number 3 for Mohawk, Jordan Martin, will pick up a foul as Akenji will go to the free throw line and attempt 2 here. 68-61 Fanshawe. Still 68-61 Fanshawe as he misses that first free throw. 7:22 left in the third quarter. We have AC on the screen, John Akendi, who's 6'1" from Toronto, Ontario. He will make his second free throw to put them up 69-61. Number 3, Jordan Martin, will drive to the net, but it's blocked off by the big man, Alfred Johnson, of 6'6", from London, Ontario. He's in his 5th year at Fanshawe. So he's a big veteran who knows what he's doing out there, as you can see right there as he puts up another 2 points, sorry. Fanshawe 71-61, back at a 10-point lead. Mohawk really needs to push like they did before if they're going to even think about coming back into this game. They had a good little shot at back there, but Fanshawe really showed their dominance and just throttled themselves up. There's a timeout by Mohawk. Wow, Mohawk is taking a timeout to try to regroup and come back into this fourth quarter a little bit more fresh, a little bit of time to get some hydration in, get some planning in, get some strategizing. I don't know if that's a word or not, but they're going to start thinking of ways to really come at their opponent in a different way, so then it's not the same thing over and over again, and their opponents aren't just waiting for what they're about to do. So as you can see, the coach right here is really talking to his players, and we've got some amazing and replays are going to come in about now. So we got Stephen LeMay, who makes a brilliant 3-point shot here. And you can see him right there. He just wants to get back in the game, put his head down, and go, okay. There's a block on Stephen LeMay, just as we saw something he did so amazingly. Number 13, Ujulu, makes a brilliant block. And then, out of nowhere, Alfred Johnson says no to that layup, as the man from Mohawk could not finish. The ref is looking to inbound. Give the ball for an inbound to DeAndre Austin. DeAndre Austin Akendi will look around. He'll keep his head up. I like the way he does that, where he's so confident with the ball in his hands. He doesn't even need to look at where he's going. He just look where everyone else is. And it's a brilliant passing play. And Alfred Johnson picks up another point to put it 73-61. This looks to be getting out of range for Mohawk as they make another bad mistake in the offensive zone, and Akendi will move up, and Alfred Johnson puts another one away. The 6'6" man is the not-so-friendly Giant, James and the Giant basketball here. Okay, here comes, and Fanshawe just makes a brilliant defensive play as DeAndre Austin will move the ball back to number 15, who is Judah Stewart, who will drive it for Kendi. And then Musaku for Mohawk makes a no-look pass to Stephen LeMay, who will do a windmill, or I don't know what that's called, but did something really cool there to get a basket back for Mohawk. That's her first basket in a while, if I could recall. Judah Stewart will hold on to the ball here. He'll dribble around, try to waste some time, let the clock run down. We got 6 seconds left on the shot clock as DeAndre Austin will find the ball to Kendi, who will shoot for 3, and it will be good. And there we go. That's 3 points again. So 78-63 for Fanshawe. They seem to be really running away with this one, just like they were for the first 2 quarters. And now Stewart will pass the ball, and that's a very bad offensive foul, as he literally just runs into him and takes him out of commission. He won't be going to work tomorrow. So number 4 for Mohawk, Daniel Graham, will be inbounding the ball here. He will be passing it most likely to Ricky Morrison, number 12 for Mohawk, as Stephen LeMay comes a little bit farther backfield towards his own half. Here comes Morrison, and now back to Graham. Graham will move down with speed and cut into the middle, use that speed. Morrison will find his way up and dunk again! The only man with the dunking power today. He's the Monstars versus whatever, Michael Jordan, when he lost all of his powers. Number 3, Jordan Martin, beautiful steal. Morrison cannot find it. Martin, oh, Graham will find a basket there. It is 67-78. A little bit out of reach right now, but it's okay if we get a little bit more points here. A couple of threes. Brilliant defensive plays like that, and we'll be right back in it. And Graham will pick up the ball back to Martin. Martin will move it back to LeMay. Back to, wow, and Morrison will get the ball back to number 4, Daniel Graham, who will just come off the rim. Oh, and it's off of Clark. Oh, Hawthorne waits. Clark Hawthorne waits, as number 3, Jordan Martin, I believe, makes a brilliant play to throw it off of the Fanshawe player to keep possession in the offensive zone for the next 4 minutes and 13, well, not for the next 4 minutes and 13 seconds, but for as long as that time on the shot clock they have out of that 4 minutes and 13 seconds. They want to really focus on pushing the Fanshawe defense and creating turnovers right now. That's what they're undoubtedly going to be talking about in this little huddle here. They're going to be talking about focusing on all the little things they're doing wrong, but mostly all the little things they're doing right, because if they keep doing those little things right, they have put up points this game. So doing all those little things has had an effect and is pushing them in the right direction. But they really need to focus on doing and getting rid of all the little like too much things. Like they're just trying way too hard. Not trying too hard, but they're doing too much out there. So we got some replays coming in here. Wow, what a no-look pass as he fakes going to the left side of himself and goes to the right to Stephen LeMay, who will make a nice windmill play, and he points to his teammate right there. And he'll cut in right here. And it's, wow, moved in by, wow. Beautiful jump there to get another dunk. That's his second dunk of the game and the only 2 dunks of the entire game, which I'm very surprised about. Stephen LeMay will take a 3, and it's picked up. Oh, and it's stolen back by Fanshawe, who will get it to Kendi. Kendi will move in. It's going to Alfred Johnson. Alfred Johnson will use his body and rework the net, as it looked a little bit messy there for a second, and stretches it out with the ball. So that's another 2 points, 80-67. Number 13, number 12. Oh, and he cuts to the net, and it's blocked again. Wow, what a play. Oh, off the rim again. Will he drive to the net or look for a 3? And he'll drive, and it's a foul. Number 2, Kendi. And he's out of the game. I think he's out of the game. ladies and gentlemen, if I'm not mistaken, because that was a foul. And it's a shot by the Mohawk player, Jordan Martin, and he makes the first free throw. Wow. Number 3 again. Oh, and he airballs it. That was, you could tell he didn't like that one either. He's shaking his head right now. The disappointment. There's no ejection for Akendi, as it was a 50-50 battle. I believe that was the argument of the coach for Fanshawe. DeAndre Austin will move down the right side and put it back to the middle for number 13. Wow, Hanani Ujulu, who's been all over the place this game. I could have thought that would have been a travel, but Harrison or Morrison will grab it. Ricky Morrison will shoot, and it's a horrible, horrible throw. 80-68 for Fanshawe at 2:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. We have a drive to the net, and wow, Alfred Johnson asserts his physical prowess once again, as it is picked up by Daniel Graham, who will use his speed. Wow, and his little moves, his little handles right there. And he keeps a perfect pick for a shot, and Jordan Martin cannot finish it off, and Akendi runs up the field, up the court, and will find some open space. He'll call for it. He'll go for the shot, and it's off the rim, and it's picked up by Morrison, who will find his man Musuka. Musuka back to LeMay. Back to Martin. To Morrison. To Martin. Sorry, to Graham. To LeMay. Oh, and Musuka will make a brilliant play there from Mohawk and finish it off. Fanshawe will drive down the right side, stop up, and then find his man Alfred Johnson. And Akendi passes to DeAndre Austin, who will fake the shot and then go underneath the man in Mohawk, white and orange, and finish off for another basket. Here's number 3, Jordan Martin, who will find Morrison at the top of the arch, who will find Masuka, who will go in for a foul and 1, if I do believe so. It is an and 1. 1 shot at the free throw line, 2 points. Akendi gets another foul. Number 13, Kujo Masuka, will take a free throw. And it's out of the rim, and it's picked up again by Hanani Ujulu. And then pass to Alfred Johnson, back to DeAndre Austin. Wow. Ujulu just tries to push his way to the net, and it's not allowed, as number 4, Daniel Graham, will pick up the ball. Nearing the end of this game with 1:20 remaining. 84-72 is the score for Fanshawe over your Mohawk Mountaineers. We will try to finish this off strong and see if we can get back even a little bit, as we've shown to have some spurts of fight in us this game when in referring to the Mohawk Mountaineers. So maybe we can show that in the last 1 minute and 13 seconds and try to push the gap at least to as minimal as possible. Number 4, Daniel Graham, will take a free throw, and it is in. So he gets another opportunity here to make it 2 points. The guard, 5'10", from Hamilton, Ontario, shoots again and makes it. So it is 74-84, or 73-84, sorry. Fanshawe will try to, wow, he soccer throws it out. And wow, what a brilliant finish by Hajandi Ujulu. Hanani Ujulu, sorry. Usuka will move his way, use his handles. Stephen LeMay will move in, use his reach. And it's number 4, Daniel Graham, who will shoot the ball, and it's good for 3. Or 2. 3, yeah. 77-86, 77-88 now. 11-point difference. 3. Wow! Daniel Graham finds the 3-point shot once again. Mohawks really putting on the offensive pressure, but to no avail as there's a foul against them. Wow. Number 3, Jordan Martin, the guard, 5'9", from Brampton, Ontario, in his 4th year, will get a foul at the end, nearing the end of this game with 35 seconds left. 88-80 for Fanshawe, 8-point difference. It is possible for Mohawk to come back. With the Fanshawe possession, though, it doesn't seem likely, as Akande will make a brilliant drive to the net and grab a foul. He looks to be down, but Wade slaps away the help of his teammates and then gracefully asks for it right afterwards. I don't understand. So we're gonna have John Akande take the free throws from the line. He puts his right foot in front of his left for some stability. Just flicks his wrist. Perfect free throw. That's how you teach the kids how to do it. He looks to have an injured couple fingers, actually. Usually what you do when you sprain or break fingers, because you can't really do much, you can't put a cast on, so you tape them up. And the free throw is missed. And Akande will get another chance and pass beautiful behind the back, but it doesn't work. And we'll go to Ramel. And Steven, oh, will it go? No, it doesn't go, and it's back up. Musuka. No, it doesn't count for an and one here. No and one. Did it count? 82-89 with an and one that counted. He seemed to be a little bit late, which is what the Fanshawe players are arguing. But all fairness to the ref, he's just trying to keep this as fair as possible. He's probably missed a couple from the opposite side, so he's just leveling it out, the playing field. Number 13 from Mohawk, Kujo Musuka, will try to make an interception. They'll just pass along the back here as they're trying to run down the last 12 seconds of the game with an 83-89 advantage for this Fanshawe team with 8 seconds left. Mohawk commits a foul. Number 9, who is Ramel Kalura, the guard, is 6'2", from Hamilton, Ontario. Judah Stewart. Wow, finishes that one off brilliantly. Beautifully, smoothly, whatever you want to call it. 6'3", hometown Brantford, Ontario. Sorry to all my fans in Brantford. Number 2, Akande will hold onto the ball for the last 2 seconds, and the game will end. We end this game, so Mohawk's next game next Friday, they are hosting the 6th seed Lambton, and we have Fanshawe's next game next Saturday at the 10th seed's Sault Ste. Marie team. Thank you all for tuning in. Update on final score from both games. Sorry, we had this game finish at 90-83 in favor of Fanshawe over Mohawk. In the women's game, it actually was a Fanshawe win as well. Tune in next week for our matchup against Lambton. So we'll see you all later. Thank you.